Right, we've been asking for your questions all day and we've had loads in, so let's get to them straight away. Our first one. There it is. It comes from Nigel Jesse. Says, Mikel Arteta has made more of an impact at Arsenal than Jose Mourinho has made at Tottenham. Carlton, do you agree with that?
Well, Jose's been there, like, longer than...
A bit longer, yeah.
Yeah, it's been longer, so we'll see how it pans out for Mikel. He's done a good job so far. The FA Cup wasn't really too good for him, but he's still learning on the job. But Mourinho's, he's got his plan. I know he's got his plan. He's a well-experienced manager, and we'll see what happens. But I think Mourinho's all right at the moment.
The difference in that, I suppose, was that Tottenham got rid of Mauricio Pochettino, and then Jose Mourinho very quickly, I think it was 11 hours, was appointed. Arsenal took their time with it. Do you think that Mikel Arteta is the right appointment for Arsenal? Because a lot of fans seem quite happy with the appointment.
Yeah, well, Arsenal fans want to see the Arsenal way of football again, don't they? So I think he's got that philosophy. I think they think he's got that edge about him as well, where the players will respect him. As long as Ozil, I think he's one of his key players, he can keep him happy, I think he should be fine.
Tough question, Sam, but of the two very different managers with different levels of experience, of course, but Mourinho at Tottenham, Arteta at Arsenal, which one do you think is the better fit?
It's tough, isn't it? I mean, Jose's got lots and lots of Premier League experience, but people tend to say he's more short-term, so maybe 2-3 seasons. I personally think he should never have been let go from Man United.
Do you not?
No, I think the year that they didn't qualify for the Champions League, he went and won the Europa Cup, which then qualified him for the next year, and then he finished... What did he finish? Was it second?
Outside, yeah.
Second?
So he finished second as Manchester United manager, which looking back on that, and he did say at the time that was one of his greatest achievements.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
With not a out-of-this-world squad. Still got talent, but not a typical, Manchester United team. So I think people with Mourinho think that they wanted instant success, instant answers. And like Carlton says, I don't think in any sport that is the case in your first few games. But I think it'll be interesting. I quite like the fact that Arteta does have previous Arsenal pedigree, so he does know the history of the club.
Yeah.
Sorry to interject.
Go on.
You can't compare the two.
No, they're very different, aren't
they?
Yeah.
Whoever that fan was asking...
You're not a fan of the question?
Mikel's only just started that. It's not fair to compare him and Mourinho. It's just...
Yeah, come on. Don't compare the managers. OK, we'll get on that note. We'll go to the next question and we'll see what the next question is from. Hopefully, Carlton likes this question. This is from Nick, who says, Liverpool finished 8th when Klopp took over. That was on the back of going close to winning the league and then struggling the next season when they finished 6th and Rodgers got sacked. Klopp had a rebuild to do. And look at them now, #back Jose. So it's sort of two ways of looking at this. One is looking at the job that Klopp's done and comparing it to Jose. So firstly, with your Liverpool hat on, Sam, we know that you're a big Liverpool fan, the job that Klopp's done has been amazing, but it has been a work in progress, hasn't it?
Yeah, he's been incredible. I think the first and foremost about Klopp, he was a manager which Liverpool fans fell in love with straight away because of his personality, how open he was in interviews, and that's kind of what Liverpool Football Club is about. It's about wearing your heart on your sleeve, and the classic line is, "This means more." And Klopp epitomises that, in my opinion, when he manages Liverpool. But again, you can't take away the players that he signed, his style of play and how he's got the team. We saw it the other night, the under-23s, the youngsters, everybody singing from the same hymn sheet.
Yeah, rock and roll football. He has got an infectious personality, hasn't he? So we've seen the job that Klopp's done. The other part of that question was saying back Jose because of what Klopp's had in the time. Do you think Jose does need time now that Tottenham have not really reinvested in their squad for many transfer windows now? Do they need a little bit of a rechange there at Spurs? Do they need to back Mourinho for the long term, do you think?
They're going to have to back him for the long term because Jose needs money to go and spend, get his own players, get his own philosophy of football and try and implement that onto his squad. Right now, he's just working with what was left there before. And not saying that's a bad thing, but Jose's Jose. He's got his own style, he's got his own vision, and I think you have to give him time.
Will Jose Mourinho win a trophy at Tottenham, Carlton, for you?
If he's backed, yeah, of course he would. He's a winner.
OK, did you prefer that question to the first one? That's a better one?
Much better.
Right, let's have a look at another question. This one is from Giles, who said, it's too early for Ancelotti to have an impact, but he is the right man to undo several years of bad decisions. Sam, big Liverpool fan off the back of another victory for Liverpool in the Merseyside derby. But looking at it from the outside, do you think Ancelotti is the right man for Everton? Because he's a manager with great pedigree. He's won almost everything there is to win in the game.
As soon as I heard the news, I thought, what an incredible appointment for Everton, especially with the news of getting a brand new stadium built on the docks as well. I mean, at the beginning of the season, I backed them to be comfortably making it into the top 6, 7 because of some of the quality signings that they made. So I think they're extremely lucky in what they've got there. He does need time. I get an earful because the other half of my family are Everton fans. So from their perspective, their frustration sometimes, like my sister ranted on with my uncles and said, what does it take? I mean, Carlton, you'll know this, for some managers to get the players to run hard, tackle hard, you know, show belief on the pitch, especially in the Liverpool derby. You know, my uncles and my sister were saying they didn't see enough of that the other day.
Well, he will get them to the level that he wants. Again, he's coming at a different stage. That's not really his team. So he's come in now, he's going to have an opportunity to probably buy and get a few of his players. The same position as Mourinho. These are vastly experienced managers and they know what they're doing, but they just need the resources. And eventually he'll mould it into the team that he wants, but he's just got to be given time.
And what is success for Everton for you?
Top 6.
Top 6. And do you think Carlo Ancelotti can achieve that?
If he's backed, it's the same again as the Mourinho shout. So as long as these guys are backed, they've already got the proofs in the pudding that they can get to that level with their teams.
Sam, you agree with that? Just finally, if he's backed, you can see Everton as a top 6 team under Carlo Ancelotti. Maybe not this season, but going forward.
Yeah, definitely. I think the fact that he's got Duncan Ferguson still in there as well helps a massive amount.